Hey, welcome to another episode of Politics and Wellness. I am your host, Captivating Christian, and you all are my co-host along with Brother Nate. Not to be confused with the great Pastor Nate, because they're two different people. All right. So let me know, brother, when you're ready to pop on. I hope everybody's having a great week. I hope everybody's had a blessed and restful Christmas. And yeah, we're going to get into some things as usual. But as of course, we're definitely going to stick to protocol and do everything news first and then get into YouTube stuff. All right. So how you doing, sir?
Doing fine, sir. How are you?
Good. I'm good.
Very
Well,
good. Very
you
good.
know,
How's everybody in the chat doing tonight?
going
Hope
from
everybody's doing well.
mountain air to regular air is a bit different, but I'm okay.
Tell you, too close to West Virginia, man.
How?
Too close to too close to West Virginia.
I know, right? I know.
That cold country.
Yeah. But no, doing
Oh,
good.
wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
Merry Beefmas.
Oh, you know what? That is just crazy. But I hope everybody have had a blessed holiday.
Good. Did you enjoy yours?
I did. I drank a lot, way too much. I
Oh, are you
definitely
still paying for it?
not paying for it, but I'm definitely will be doing water for a while. For a while.
You
Yeah,
must have really fucked it up, didn't you?
like every day.
Shit, you seeing white people out there? People through
That's
the
all that was
windows.
out there.
People through those
Everywhere.
windows, boy.
Everywhere.
I can tell when you went there. I was like, oh yeah, they'll never put no curtains up.
Never.
That's so they can look inside, see what you're doing. I
See
see
everything that's going on.
you. I see you. I saw what you did.
Right. One of those.
Mm-hmm.
One moment. Bear with me. I'm just trying to get my notes here, and I'm on the wrong thing. 1 second. All right. And all right, here we go. All right, so I hope, like I said, everybody had a blessed Christmas. If you're here for whatever you're here for, hopefully you're here so we can have dialogue about real stuff that matters.
Well, I'm sure that matters too.
I mean, yeah. So first off, before we even get started, condolences, wishes, and prayers going out to the family of Desmond Tutu. Bishop Desmond Tutu has died at the age, and this was like what 2 days ago now, but of course now it's
Christmas Day or Christmas Eve?
Christmas Day or something like that. So, but now it's starting to hit everywhere. But yeah, Christmas Day at the age of 90, Desmond Tutu has left.
Now tell me he did not look good.
Yeah.
I did not think he was that old.
Right, me either. I really didn't. I knew he wasn't too far behind Mandela, but I didn't know that they were that close in age. Who else? And then everybody started kicking the bucket. Harry Reid, the longest running senator, he just passed away today. And John Madden, yes, has passed away today as well. So those of you who are into the Madden football franchise, he has left us, and so has Harry Reid. Harry Reid being the Arizona senator who initially thought it was a very fun and funny idea to have a black man run for president. Just let that sink in. Democratic senator at that. So when people think that you're caping for the Democrats just because you're black, it's like no, they can have their ways, their bigot ways about them.
Oh yeah. Don't let the blue fool you.
Right. Please don't let it fool you. But yeah, definitely at the age of 90, Desmond Tutu, Archbishop Desmond Tutu, actually. Okay, I don't know what that's for. Listen, if you're coming in here to do anything other than really whatever, then you can leave. Yes, you noticed that too. I don't know what the eye roll is for, but anyway. So yeah, those people have passed, And of course, without further ado, let's go into. All right. So, a few updates that I thought were interesting. Not really, well, I guess they're updates in this concern only because we didn't talk about them much last week. Of course, Biden has extended the loan forgiveness or whatever they're trying to call it for student loans and all those kind of things. They're working with the Department of Education to see if they can make it something long term or at least forgive some loans. I think they said um, maybe a certain cap, anywhere as low as
As
$10,000.
low as 10,000.
Yeah, as low as $10,000, and probably greater than. I'm sure they probably ain't gonna go
So you got
to the
90
100,
more days.
right, to the 100,000 realm. So you do have 90 more days of a grace period for those of you still paying on your student loans. So you have until, I believe it said May. Did they? Yeah, I think it was May. So you have until May. Um, and again, they're still working that out. Do I really think that they're going to forgive all loans? I don't think so. Student loans is a big money maker for
Oh yeah.
um, the United States, and not only that, um, it it pays. It pays. I don't even know what to say in regards to that, and it's something that they don't really want to forgive. It's almost to me, it's the same kind of hand in hand that gun lobbyists are with NRA, and how getting stuff pushed that would help people and save lives is a bit of an issue than actually doing the work and passing legislation that would protect people and stop people from all these mass killings and shootings.
But always remember, if they can't find you,
Right. They'll always find you. I mean,
mm-mm.
that goes without
How many
saying.
children you got? How many names can you use?
Right, right, not too many.
No, don't do
And thanks
nothing
to
illegal.
everybody who has been sharing the video. A lot of people are just sharing the video, so thank you so much for doing that. I do want to definitely give a shout out to that. I'm sorry because there was other things that I know I was like, oh, I wanted to talk about as well. Um, the Senate confirmed Rahm Emanuel, who was the former mayor of Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
as ambassador to Japan.
Now they kept that under wraps. That was
Right.
real quiet.
That was really quiet. That was really hushed. Nobody really knew anything about that. For those of you who don't know, Rahm Emanuel used to be the chief of staff for former President Barack Obama during his first year as president. It's like his first couple hundred days, actually. Then, of course, he became the mayor of Chicago, was kind of immersed in controversy dealing with the death of, I think the young man was 13, the shooting death of a 13-year-old by a police officer. And then that was kind of covered up as well. There's a lot of information not given until, of course, pressed by the media and people on the ground. Then it became this whole big thing where he kind of covered up a lot of the situation surrounding the killing of this young man was covered up, so on and so forth. And of course, then now we have, of course, Lori Lightfoot. Now, I don't know. I don't know what the what would connect him to being the ambassador of Japan. I don't know. Time will tell the reason for that. Usually, ambassadors are put in place, usually because there is some deal, something being worked out on the back end that is conducive not only for the person in the ambassadorship seat, but also for the United States because they are the president's voice abroad. So we'll wait and see what that brings. And also too, I did not forget, I did get an email from someone. I am responding to your email, but I was away. So, but give me a second and I will get to that. I did see it. We did that. Sorry, I'm just going back to make sure I didn't. But moving forward, of course, come to find out, Joe Manchin has been receiving donorships from many, I won't even say Republican backing companies, because many of these corporations play both sides. They give to both parties. You know what I'm saying? So when people are like naming these companies, like they named Goldman Sachs, they named
it's pretty much whoever has their best interest.
Right. Yeah. They named a lot of companies, and people are like, "Oh, I'm not going
your
to."
government's not your government anymore. Your government is run by corporations.
They support both parties. So if they know one party has the stronghold over the other, they'll give them money to say, "Hey, well, at least I need you to do this, or at least, okay, I know you're not going to budge on this, but at least give us, cut back on this, something where they can benefit." So that part I did not find, like, I wasn't surprised that the companies or the donors that have been giving to Joe, because his pushback on Build Back Better, which he did right before Christmas, I'm not surprised. Like, I've always thought, and I've said it before, I've said it tons of times here, that the Republicans knew what they were doing. They already knew that they may lose at some point, and they may not have the power at some point, but they needed people in position to block legislation. And he just happens to be. I mean, you look at his state, it's a Trumpian state, and for some of the constituents that still stay there, they are looking at him and his movements as something that's heroic. So, what does this mean, or what will this mean for the rest of the time and until midterms? I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, the way it's going, it looks like Republicans will get power back in midterms. I mean, I hope not, but who's to say? I don't know.
I mean, Tooter the Turtle was trying to woo him over, telling him to come on over.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that was clearly, that was a two-thinger. That was one, thanks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing a good job. And two, since you're not even voting for your people's interests, since y'all have power, you might as well bring your ass over here. You know what I'm saying? That's really what he was saying, pretty much. And there's been talks for weeks now that he was changing parties, and people were like, "No, that's false.
Don't be surprised."
This, that, and the other. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. I think it slipped out because it was supposed to get out to get ahead of when he does it. So now when he does it, you'll be like, "Okay, we already knew this."
Yeah. Well, I still got that brick.
For some reason, I just think he was going to do it. All right. So also, Kamala Harris saying democracy is the biggest national threat to security. I read it. I took it differently. I mean, I took it differently, but I don't know. What were your thoughts? I'm curious.
That white folk are going to take this shit down.
Yeah, right. That's what I took it as. I didn't take it,
because see, they're getting ready to have a fit.
Right. I didn't take it as her saying that democracy itself.
Oh no. The ones that are crying, the ones that are doing the crying for democracy,
right,
and being a patriot,
and a different,
they're
going to be a particular type of democracy
that take it down. Then
right, that they will
be a communist country,
right? If they can't have it the way they want it.
But they've had that. They've done that before,
right?
We, our people have been the example. Whenever we've made strides, they knock you back down to zero.
Right.
You start all over again.
Very true. And this is a constant
And they're
battle,
acting
though.
crazy now. Motherfuckers screaming,
Right.
excuse me,
But this is a
screaming in the airport and everything else, you know?
right, which is a constant battle that goes
You
on
say Carmela
between.
who? Yeah, I don't know who she is either. But you know what? It was better. It was better than that other that orange bastard that was in there. Uh,
well,
Trump.
I don't know. People are saying. Well, I mean, ill-informed people, nonetheless. But people are saying um, that things were better with Trump. I've heard some
That's
people.
because they're looking at monetary.
Right.
And as he's handing you pennies
Mhm.
with one hand, he's stripping away your rights
With
with
the
the
other.
other.
Right.
See, that's the whole thing. So
Yeah.
you want to go back later on and say the government has done something to him, you can't even sue. You get hurt on the job. You can't have investigators in there because they've stripped OSHA down so far.
Right.
They don't have enough people to investigate.
Right.
You know,
Right.
they
Right.
can go ahead. You can strip all this wild land that they've sold off to coal. We don't
Yeah.
burn coal.
And right.
You
Right.
know,
And then and for the most part is dealing with the environment, and I'll get into that and climate change too, because it's an article on that. He pushed back on all the environmental protection. So then now we're in places where you are putting all these chemicals back into these low income neighborhoods and places where a lot of these plants are. All those things were pushed back. And you haven't heard any word about them being reinstated since Joe Biden has been
well,
president.
it's just so much going on.
Yeah.
But don't forget the big one when this pandemic started.
Right.
When once Joe Biden had won and whatever, remember they were putting things into place to slow him down once his administration got into office. Don't forget that.
Right. Right. I mean, of course they were going to do that. To me, I just feel like at this point we need to really pay attention. Like stuff is really happening. Climate change with the environment. Due to all of this, of course, there have been a lot
Learn
of
to tread water.
tornadoes.
Learn to tread water.
Huh?
Learn to tread water.
It's crazy.
We all gonna have beachfront properties.
Yeah, it's really, 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 really going to be crazy. There was another one I wanted to look at. History, real quick. Oh, did I really want to do that one? I'll do that one later, towards the end, because it's more of a on and up and up. A wellness point. During the holidays, a lot of people deal with depression and things of that nature, and we definitely want to take that seriously. A lot of people, we've lost a lot of people due to this pandemic and other things, natural death causes and during this. And so we don't want to negate that during the times of holidays where we are usually around loved ones and family members, that sometimes we're not. And this is the time for a lot of people where they are at their lowest. So note is to always check up on your people and make sure that you definitely don't take for granted the strong people in your lives and thinking, oh, they got it, they're all right. Everybody needs a checkup or, hey, what's going on every so often. I think that's important.
Yeah, true. Very true.
With the hustle and bustle of the holiday and everybody trying to, get gifts or do whatever, even with all this that we have going on, that can add on extra stress. So we definitely want to make sure that we're doing that and paying attention to all of that, and paying attention to our children too, because you don't want to, because they suffer as well.
Yeah, especially during this whole thing that's everything that's going on.
Yeah. And speaking of children, because of course that just came across my thing today too, so I read a little bit of that. Cases of COVID, or the C word, and the O have rose to 400% in New York with school children, that they are recommending that children get the jab before they return back for winter break. They are leaving the decision to the parents, however, to do that. But yeah, cases within children in New York has rose to about 400%. Actually, it's at 395 or 390 percent, and this is
Yeah.
just between the early parts of December.
Yeah, my son was supposed to come down with his family, and his wife has it, and they've all had the jab,
Oh, okay.
plus the booster.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I think, with anything, if it's not if it's really not handled head on, like as soon as it hits the ground and people aren't taking it seriously right then and there, things like this grow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm tired of the names. I'm tired of the, open, shut down, open, shut down, open, shut down thing. But that happens when things are not taken seriously because germs or viruses grow and they get bigger and stronger. And so what worked and defeated them once before won't do it again if there's still more people that are not protected than those that are. It's just how it goes. Unfortunately, that's what it is. And for the fact of the matter that they didn't know really what it was to begin with and was kind of throwing stuff at it to see whatever stuck, also created, kind of sort of where we're at now.
I think
So
we have to remember too, our own arrogance as United States citizens.
you think so?
Yes, I do think so. Because
Arrogance of the people.
the arrogance of the people. That's right.
Like, it's this plug I got. It just keeps going.
Yeah, arrogance of the people. Don't think shit gonna happen to you.
Right.
Or over
No,
time,
I get
it's
it.
only gonna last a week,
Oh gosh.
and then go on about it.
Okay. There we go.
What is this? Nightcap after dark.
Yes, this is the disco
Oh, that's why
night.
everybody. Hey, look at them numbers. No,
Right. Right.
no, but seriously, our own arrogance as a people. I'm talking
It's
as a
pretty
whole
short.
United States that
Okay.
everything's going to work our way and do it our way.
I'm not messing with it. One of these are gonna work today.
But the school system down here, they sent out and made phone calls that they tested the kids before they left.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so that if they were going to visit family or something, that they would know their results.
Right.
And before they come back, they're going to have to be tested again to come back to school, and they're going to have written, confirmation on that.
That they've already had.
Yeah, but they already started because they're already talking about going back to remote learning.
Yeah. And with arrogance, I know where you were going with that. With people just saying, I'm not taking it. I'm not,
Well, it's not even that. Just the easiest part. Put a fucking mask on your face.
Yeah.
How does that stop you from? Like I said, I was telling somebody else. I was like, they compared that shit to slavery. I was like, bitch, please. How the fuck you get to talk fucking slavery? You're putting on a paper mask.
Right. Well, you know what? I think it's more mental with putting the mask.
No, it's mental as white people. That's what that shit is. Let's be realistic, because that's the only ones I heard bitching about this shit. Down here in the hood, them motherfuckers was triple double. They couldn't wait to put those hoodies on. They were kind of afraid at first because you never know. You walk in the wrong store, you might get popped.
Right.
But,
and accused for something that you didn't do.
Yeah, you get accused for something, and it was kind of that. I'm not sure whether or not I should put this on.
Right.
But yeah, it's just the arrogant ass white people, man. They motherfuckers think everything is supposed to revolve around them. Nature will put your ass in check every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
It will. It will indeed.
No, but that's the one thing I could say. The down here, even the junkies had their mask on. They couldn't put that shit on. They sure did.
All right. So in some history news, 70 years ago, I was looking for the article. Of course, I read it, but I was just like, oh, where did it go? Um, 70 years ago, activists who are accused of genocide have now been taken seriously. Paul Robeson, the famous operatic
Operatic singer.
singer, and other civil rights activists, Congress submitted a report on police brutality and systematic racism against Black people, accusing the U.S. of genocide to the United Nations.
So this was not the first
This,
time.
right. This wasn't the first time that the U.S. have been brought up on charges of basically inhumane treatment to Black people. Not the first time at all. Um, so when all these things come up, and because the UN just recently did this, I think a couple months ago, maybe about 3-4 months ago, they brought the U.S. up on charges again uh, with all the killings that have been happening with unarmed Black men and women. They brought them up on charges, so they've been brought up on charges many times. Um, but hopefully now, they're starting to be taken seriously and really looked into, and sanctions be involved. But how can you sanction something or a nation that literally pays?
Yes, and that's what
For
the
the
whole
UN.
problem was.
Yeah.
And the first time they actually, I can't remember who it was that was in Paris, but both complaints were put in at the United Nations at two different points, one in the United
Right.
States and one in Paris.
Right. I was looking for that.
Hello to everybody who's coming into the chat.
Hey, welcome everybody. Don't mean I'm ignoring you, but I'm just
Yeah, we're being deep right now.
So
I
for the
can't wait.
moment.
I can't wait for the fuckery.
Oh Lord.
It's the holiday seasons.
Yeah. So yeah, but my thing is just to note that we've always been fighting against police brutality and the inhumane treatment of our people against this very nation. However, when this very nation has its purse strings involved in a lot
Always
of
attached to everything. You can even
like,
buy other countries.
it's hard, right? It's harder to get the justice that is duly deserved. But like I said, hopefully this brings more light to the situation, and we actually get some things done. Um, Things have been dismissed, from lynchings to all types of killings for years. So hopefully we can change that around. But I think I had definitely wanted to talk about this, since of course it has nothing to do with history, but I just felt it was appropriate on this, what is this, third day of Kwanzaa? Something like that, fourth day.
Yeah.
Taylor Greene.
That
Marjorie
bitch.
Taylor
I'll add
Greene.
that part. Go ahead. Say it again. Say her name again.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
That bitch. That's the way it's supposed to work.
I really don't know I really don't know her thing. Like I'm really confused. She says Kwanzaa is not a religion. Who said it was a religion?
Kwanzaa isn't a religion.
I think nobody said it was a religion. So I'm just like, you don't have nobody in your staff to do this research for you before
her staff's lily white. They wouldn't even know where to look.
Nobody. I just really did not understand how nobody could take a look at that and kind of figure out what's going on.
Well, they probably don't like her either.
I don't know. It drives me crazy. Like the rest of that group of people that push that kind of narrative, I just feel like they're doing the country no good service. However, there has been this uptick of people thinking that we're headed towards another civil war, which has really been something that's pressing lately in the news. One of the January 6th insurrectionist rioters, white thugs, actually was asking that the Mom of Walls, or the Wall of Moms, or whatever they're called. Those were the
Yeah,
women in
protest group.
protest group in Portland, um, who basically was protesting against racial inequality and all of that. They was, like, oh no, they should be charged along with Antifa. And a judge recently said, well, no, there are two different kinds of protests. There was one protest where people were protesting against uh, the killing of unarmed people, the injustice, and things of that nature. The other protest we had here wasn't even a protest. There were people trying to disrupt
Yeah, these
a
were the people that were being shot with rubber bullets and everything else.
right a congressional measure of a transition of power. Two different things. And not only did on one side, one protest, people were outside protesting, but nothing inside the building was destroyed. People did not attack the building. However, on the other end, of course, people attacked the building, things were destroyed and taken. So I just, this whole kind of, we did this, but it wasn't like this, and we did this and it wasn't like this. At this point, enough's enough. Charge the people, charge them all, whomever you can charge, and sentence them. All of this kind of privilege talk. Well, of course, they don't call it privilege, but they dance around this. I was doing it because the president said so. I mean, many people can go around and talk about, well, I did this because so and so made me do it, or this one said it. That doesn't make it right. And many people are sitting in jail right now because someone said, hey, go do this, and they went and did it.
They're actually lucky if they get to do any decent time, which they won't.
Right.
Because, in other countries, you would be killed.
Right. You'd be killed. Your fingers and toes and legs and arms, all kinds of things will be chopped off. No question.
So just be happy that your ass will only have to pay for it. Because the boys in prison, they need something.
And that's if that at all.
They won't even get that.
Right. Lastly, you sent me this story, I think today or sometime yesterday. I read a little bit of it, not most of it. But the Boston police had bought spy tech equipment for the police department, and a lot of secret money is being put into buying spy equipment by police departments, which again, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. The part of me that thinks this is gonna go quick left is stories like Breonna Taylor's, where there's drugs, money, and all those type of things.
And that's where the money was coming from.
And
drug busts and things like that.
Right.
And it was not being accounted for. And the real scary part is that the city government, the local government, knew nothing about it either.
Right.
And this equipment that they have has the ability to read information off of your phone within X amount radius, and that includes everybody's phone, not just who they're targeting. You just happen to be in that zone, it will strip your information off and they will have it.
Yeah. So if you have your credit cards and stuff on your phone, which a lot of people do because we do the tap on the thing, all that kind of information is vulnerable now to police to utilize in roundups, raids, or anything of that nature. So they're stepping it up. And again, and this is where I say too, that nobody thought Biden was going to be like this Obama type person. He was just a nicer Trump. He is very much into the law and order, but just in a different way.
Because you have to look at the things that he's allowing to slip,
to remain through the cracks,
that were already put in place.
Right. I mean, they were already getting military weapons and military armory. So then you go from that to now spy intel and equipment. Like pretty much you won't need the FBI or any other agency. You will have police first only doing like a Judge Dredd type of situation,
That's
which
right, Linty. You have to be mindful what information that you actually have on your phone. Even though your phone is pretty much like your wallet.
right. Your phone these day and age has become your wallet. So
Hmm.
it's pretty scary that we are headed to a day and age where these things happen.
So, do you
Um,
actually think that we're actually headed towards another civil war? I believe we've been in a Cold War for
yeah,
years.
we've definitely been in a Cold War for years. And for those of you who don't know what a Cold War is, it's just a preliminary kind of threats back and forth, uh, where no physical, anything physical has erupted, but it was very much I went and got some weapons, and then you saw that I got some weapons, so you went and got some weapons. You saw I was building up my military, so then you went and built up your military, and we're just standing at like the border and just going back and forth. I think we have, hey, how you doing? Welcome to everybody who popped into the chat. Please welcome. And if you didn't hit the thumbs up button, please hit it up on your way in or out. And thanks for coming.
And the subscribe button, please.
And yes, definitely. And subscribe if you choose. It will be greatly appreciated.
Just hit it anyway.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
hit the damn button. No.
Right. Hit the damn button.
Please, please just hit the button.
So that's pretty much where we've been. I think it's always been racial tension. This is, of course, what this nation was stolen upon. So I really, when people say, oh, like before, oh, this is not really a racist nation, it's like, well, it was stolen on racist pretenses.
Everything was built on. And it came, these so-called patriots came from a racist nation.
Right.
Great Britain.
Right. Who would and has made tons and millions of dollars due to that. They've just released a lot of their sovereignty that they've gained over the years. Like
what's the country that just
where Rihanna's from?
Is that Barbados?
Yeah.
Okay.
They just became independent. So
independent country.
It's and
you never hear about them being under British rule anymore.
Right.
Say like India. India was under British rule.
Right. Of course.
You always heard that saying, the sun never sets on Great Britain.
Right.
Because they had so many colonies.
Yeah. So with that, it's a changing time. I mean, right, exactly. Bab said Hawaii is proof of that. Hawaii is another one. You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't know what will change that or
Jamaica too.
Different. I don't know. Yeah, Jamaica is one as well. So, but this world is changing.
Haiti.
But Haiti is still paying. Like that's
I was saying, they're still paying for
Haiti is still paying the French for uprising against them.
Ain't that some shit?
That is.
You beat a motherfucker, but you gotta pay them.
You gotta pay them and still paying them. It's like, when will France just say, you know what? Thanks. You don't have to pay us no more. Actually,
I wouldn't have paid them shit. They would have got shit.
The money that you paid us, we'll give it back to you so you can rebuild your infrastructure and do the stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's the fact why Haiti has so many problems, because not only that, other countries, have blocked them also.
Yeah. So that's just crazy.
Yeah, but I believe I think we're going to be in another civil war.
Yeah,
I'm saying within the next 5 years, especially during election time. I mean, that first one was just a dry run.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. That part is true. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, granted, uprisings happen all the time, but it's going to be something, whether it's a civil war or not.
Well, you know what the difference is?
What's that?
We gonna be out here kicking some fucking ass. It ain't gonna be that shit no more. I'm telling you.
It's gonna be
I'm telling you, it's not gonna be that shit anymore.
It definitely is gonna be a different thing.
Oh, you know how many goddamn automatic weapons I hear pop out here. These motherfuckers ready now. Yeah. They don't need a reason.
Yeah, that's true. That is
don't
true.
need, and they don't need a reason. They really
It's going to
don't.
be a different type of.
Oh
It'll
yeah,
be a
you
different type
dealing with a
of situation.
different type of, excuse the expression, because this isn't a word I use that often.
Yeah,
Different kind of nigga out here this time.
yeah. It will be a different type of situation, but my hope is that it doesn't get to
Yeah,
that.
you hope it does. You hope
Yeah,
it isn't, but
I hope it doesn't. But
you seeing them? They're having a fit now.
yeah, they
They're
really
having a
are.
temper tantrum. They're
They
having a temper tantrum now.
a big one, a big
Go up
one.
there, go ask a Karen. Would you rather be black? Would you rather be black than whatever? And you see what she says.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
That's right, because she's fucking scared,
Right. All
and
right.
she should be.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, when you're used
You
to
can't fuck over
everything
people and expect them not to fuck
to
you
be
over when they
okay
get
with
the
it, right?
chance.
To be okay with it.
Because
Yeah.
I got addresses. I know some motherfuckers that I want.
Yeah. Right. All right. Without further ado, let's get started.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who had been saying that? Who said that? Who said that?
All right. Who said that?
I don't know who said that, but let me put my other earbud in because I need to hear that.
All right.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing?
Hey.
TC Lynn T. Hey Patty, I missed you early because he was monologuing. So
Right.
I
Hey,
couldn't break
Patty, say my name. Hi, everybody. Welcome. This is a part of the show where, of course, we talk about YouTube stuff. First off, let me say thank you guys. Give everybody a little hand clap. Thank you for all of the support through all of whatever it was, but like it's all good. No worries. I don't really take it that seriously, so it's quite all right. It is what it is. I didn't realize that we had such sensitive folks on this here Ube of the Tube, but it's perfectly fine. It was just very eye-opening. Like, okay, girl. So what I would like to say is that I'm done with it. Like, I can't deal with it.
Retard alert.
It's way too much. Those of you that follow me on social media, all that other kind of challenge bullshit is like, oh okay. I'm not even entertaining that, but do know I thank you all for your support and all that. But it's no worries. Like, trust and believe. All that has been said, is nothing new that I haven't heard. And it's really what it is but that's okay. I I don't know what to say other than really sensitivity is something else that I just really ain't for. And because I feel like if you can dish it, then you can take it. But if you obviously can't take it, then obviously or if you have to take it to a certain place or a different place, then you're not built for it like you think you are. So with that, enough's enough. We will continue to run business as usual. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll still say independently what I feel, or if something's funny, I will laugh. So don't ever get that twisted. But on that note, I won't even entertain that. And it's, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But anyway, so a lot has happened recently. The most recent, the Beyonce of the former known as Gentlemen's Panel, Beyonce knows Conscious TV, Carter, recently had this big panel of YouTube superstars, basically Tasha K, Wiley, Larry Reed, Pastor Larry Reed, and
Just a whole bunch of folk.
Amon Wiggins. Basically, what happened in a nutshell.
What is this? This was over 3 days, correct?
3 days. This was a 3-day thing. Tasha K kind of took Wiley under her wing, and really there was no growth. And so things kind of took a turn. And then everybody had a come to Jesus moment, and things were just coming all out. And it was just like, wow. You know, later on, she talked about how she felt like, you know, she was dealing with a lot, and she could now see that people may have wanted her to be there and do stuff for them, and she didn't see that before. I don't know if I believe that. It was just like, okay, whatever. But okay. You to me, I don't know. To me, I think you had to know. I don't know. I think this is more to do with something else. I don't know. I just don't get. I don't get the vibe of. I genuinely am sorry. I mean, she got a lot more going on that would make everything else that's going on right now make sense. Like if you're looking to pump up your numbers, bring in that check, that I understand why this is going on. Because you had plenty of time beforehand to really kind of really get with him and get all that squared away. So I don't know. I was a bit confused by it all. A bit confused. Because isn't she being sued by
Yes.
What's the face? Cardi B?
Cardi B. Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I think it's supposed to take place next month.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, okay. I mean, great interview and thing and all. It was nice, but and I think a lot of people got out what they needed to get out and say. But I didn't believe that there was like really any deep kind of regret or empathy towards how other people felt in the situation. That whole kind of look at you're sounding crazy. I don't like when people do that when somebody else is really like talking and really expressing that, hey, they were hurt. You did this, you did that. And then you try to act like, oh, I didn't do anything. You did. You set up all these other things were happening in the background to ensure that, oh, if you think you're going to get these numbers, watch what I do to this person and give him the same amount of numbers you have and then surpass you. It was like you were playing the game. So I don't know. I don't know if this has something to do with something else. To me, my gut feeling is that there's something bigger in the works, that this is to catapult it. So I don't know. Time will tell, but I just felt like it just didn't make sense. And on Christmas, no less.
Well, everybody's home. Keep telling it. Everybody's home.
Yeah,
your audience is captive, man. This is the perfect storm.
Yeah, but you got
these children out here goofing the kids with all these scams, jingle bells. Okay, straight up. Yeah, go ahead and laugh.
But to me, I feel like you're too big of a star in that realm to really do that. Like that's why I felt like it was a bit.
Like, well, with me, everything could be handled behind the scenes. I don't think he should have burned his bridge like that. Everything doesn't have to be public.
Right. That part is true. Everything does not have to be public, and I wish more people would take that into account because everything doesn't. If you just walk away from something, sometimes you just walk away. Yeah.
And then he should also remember that she has other things going on, and she may not have she doesn't have the time that she might have given, like she gave to Amon.
Right. But even he said that she didn't really give him the time that she said she was going to give him. You know what I'm saying? So it was
one thing we did all learn. sign contracts. You don't give away shit. You don't give away equipment.
Right.
You always everything you sign a contract for.
Right. Yeah. Because in doing that, people think, well, I got you this. You know what I'm saying? Like, no,
Yeah, I mean, even
know your
even if
worth.
it's even if it was a gesture, there should be an understanding. If it is a gift, then it is a gift.
Right.
But if it is something and you're gonna help them achieve these things, and this is part of the stipulations, you
Right.
write out a contract.
Yeah, like
You
know your
know.
worth. Like a lot of people have done. Like, granted, maybe early on she may have helped a lot of people, but I'm sure that after a while it was like I'm not
Yeah, but you learn all you can learn. She's where he wants to go.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people aspire to be certain places. So, in that part, I don't really take, I take that with a grain of salt. A lot of people aspire to be other places, but it is one thing when you put yourself out there as a resource, and then you kind of, you kind of, and then when the person has done it, and then can now say, well, you didn't do XYZ, but look what you did with so and so. Then you tried to make that person compete with me as if we were rivals or something. Like that part is not cool. Like, at least own up to the stuff that you've done in the background. To me, I thought would have been like, okay,
But
then you're coming.
that was between them, though.
Yeah, that was between them. But then, like with the other stuff,
Another lesson: don't put all your shit out on these streets.
Yeah,
It ain't for no, because it could have probably been handled.
Yeah,
Evidently, she must have really felt some way, because I wouldn't have followed his ass all over the place,
yeah,
trying to discuss with him what had happened, trying to explain what was going on.
yeah.
Fuck him. I would have just said fuck him straight up. Seriously, let's be realistic. In the real world, we've all worked with people that we know don't like us, or we don't like them, but they have something that we want. We want information on how to do XYZ.
Right.
And there's a way of handling it. You just suck it up.
Yeah.
Until you can pack it up.
Yeah.
And go on about your business.
Yeah. That part is true. That part is very true.
We all do that. Work with motherfuckers every day. You're looking, smiling in their face, knowing, God damn it, they don't have it for me.
Right.
But like I said, you learn their tactics and the way that they do things, and take all that you can. You adapt it for yourself, and you go on about your business. You say thank you very much under your breath, or maybe not under my breath. Suck my ass. I'm going about my business. But I'm not gonna compare it to something, like I said, it's two different times. One guy's training at another time. She was not at that height that she is now.
That part is true.
I want to learn all your contacts. I'm gonna read all your memos and everything else, shit that I'm not supposed to be reading. I'm gonna read every goddamn thing. I'm gonna absorb everything like a sponge. And then I'm gonna take it and use it to my advantage.
Right.
But I'm not gonna let her know that I know. Just in case you have to come back.
Right.
For something else.
Yeah. Well, some people, like myself, is like, if I reach out to you and you really don't respond after a while, I'll just take it as a no-brainer and keep it moving.
Yeah, just keep it moving.
And do my own thing. But then when I get there, though, I don't need you to be like, oh, well, you got it off my back. Why did it? Like that part's not gonna sit well with me, because it's like, when I reached out to you, you didn't say anything. So please don't act like now.
Well, you can't be in your feelings when you're in that type of environment. You just can't. Feelings you have to avoid yourself of, because you'll be twisted all the goddamn time.
Even if you build it yourself. Even if you build it yourself.
Oh no, I was talking about with her.
Oh.
I mean, just your interaction and just leaving the way that he did, because it didn't have to be. It did not have to be that way. But obviously, she was more emotionally invested because she followed him from platform to platform. I would have said, "Fuck you." If that's the way you feel, I told you on the phone. Do you understand? He was looking like Rain Man sitting up there. But see, But then you must also understand his pattern in the way that he does things. He
Right.
is not a dumb
Right.
man. He is
No.
not a dumb man.
No. No. That's why.
That is the truth. He will take advantage, and he may use what he's
Right.
learned, and that's probably what he learned.
Right. Yeah.
But he's not stupid. Don't play that boy for dumb. Play that man for dumb, because he's not dumb.
Yeah.
He might have miscalculated because he didn't go for the long view.
Right.
Right. This shit the shit that he wanted is not going to happen overnight.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen overnight, and it takes it takes a grueling, you got to grind a bit. And granted, yeah, you've been on here for a while, but you got to do other things. But in a quick update, I've heard allegedly that she has now accepted to take him under her tutelage officially and to grant him all of the whatevers that Storm Monroe had received. So he now can be on that same level.
No. She about to get herself fucked again.
But my issue with that is, how long can you do that when you have your own situation going on?
She has so many things going on between that court cases and building of her own empire.
Right.
Because she got a family.
Right.
And her family, her husband works for her.
Mm-hmm.
And mama's doing the shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let somebody else on the side keep jeopardizing me by, absorbing my time and put me through undue stress. It's stress enough in what you have to do when you just had a baby. You got a baby, and you got a kid. You got a teenager,
right?
And you got a husband,
right?
You can't afford to have motherfuckers nipping at your heels about dumb shit because they want to put your name in the title. They don't want to put your name in the title, whatever.
Right.
And, that kind of, it's just trivial. It's just too much. I think she's taking on too much.
Yeah.
And she just needs to concentrate on her stuff, get past this whole court thing, get that shit behind her, and keep moving forward.
I don't even know what that court thing is going to be. That was my issue. It's like, you have a court thing coming on. Why not just?
Yeah, said she had herpes or something or venereal disease, and she didn't. What is it?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Because that
was shit. Who ain't got nothing nowadays?
Yeah, but you can't publicly say that without evidence.
Yeah, that's true. But it's mostly her Cardi B's machine.
Right.
Because that's destroying her publicity. I mean, her image. You're tarnishing her image, and that's her machine going after them.
Right. So you'll see. I mean, I wish of course, the brother the best. But I just felt like there was a different way to handle that. That would have been more productive. Then again, maybe this is what he wanted, so he could get.
Yeah, and that was another thought I had.
Maybe
he did not want to. He's comfortable where he is.
Yeah. Well, not only that, I just thought that maybe it was like a force of the hand. Like, if I put it out there that this has happened to me, that you've done this to me, then therefore it's out here. And now people looking at you like, oh, how could you do him like that? You know what I'm saying? And then they'll get you like, no, that's not how it happened. This is what happened. And I'm not that type of person. Don't look at me like that. And to rectify the situation, you're like, okay, I'll just do this, which is what he wanted anyway. But you were just kind of like, I don't know if I could give him that. I don't know if he's ready. All that kind of stuff that you were probably feeding on the back end. He was like, nope, I'm going to get it. And this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to just utilize what I have. And
I see you, TT. Okay. Yeah, but if she'd have told me to take the name out, I'd have took the name out. I'd have put whatever up there. It's still the content, what's in there. It's still been there.
Yeah, but I mean, I just really didn't understand. I mean, I get it. A lot of stars on like, don't put me in the marquee with so and so, or don't do that. But I didn't know we were. I didn't know we were. That's what I'm saying. That was my point. Like, I didn't know we were at that level. This is fucking YouTube. Like, we're not at that level. Like,
shit, we got shows and shit going on. I don't know.
that I didn't
There's
think.
something over here. I told you, once they figure out how to bottle this shit up that goes on over here, don't let them white boys over there. What's that? The Housewives channel or whatever.
Yeah. Bravo.
Once they
and
figure out Bravo and all
Yeah.
that other shit, don't let Andy Cohen come over here. He's a
right.
little
But
bitch.
and
Like I
that's
said, once they figure out how to bottle this shit and how to promote it,
right.
because there is a market for it. We done seen the foolishness just over the past 4 weeks.
Right.
Some shit. And I'm surprised anybody is able to be depressed over this bitch because always something going on.
Yeah. It is always something going on. Definitely. And with stuff going on, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. People listening to people's Zoom conversations and got a whole background of stuff going on. I just heard that today. It's just really, really crazy.
Like I said, they pulling out all the stops. The children are losing their mind.
Hey, Virginia Redbone, how are you? Yeah, I'm not surprised at it because it happens towards the end of the year. Everybody tries to go
like
out with
bonuses.
or
like
the most memorable moments. But at a cost that's really just really ridiculous.
On that end, you just have to figure it out for yourself and learn.
Yeah.
And ask yourself, was it really worth it?
Yeah, I guess so. That part is true. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, guys. Any thoughts on all of that? I think that's about it. I'm not indulging in anything else other than that.
It's not as though it's not going on.
Yeah, and then that too. It is going on, but I mean, it's just really like, I don't know. Oh, it's very interesting. Some of it's interesting to watch. And some of it's really over the top. Hey, Melissa Scott, how are you?
Hey, girl, what you do? Oversleep?
But no, that's about it. I think that's all I had. Yeah, that's about all I had, unless somebody else has something. And again, thank you, Brother Nate, and the rest of you for kind of always checking me, on myself, because I could really get into my "oh bitch, you tried it" moments and really be like, and
oh bitch, no, you won't. Don't do that.
so, yeah.
He said, "Yep, you did oversleep, huh, girl?"
But thank you so much. And to the new subscribers and people that have been watching and just newly subscribed or dropped down to give words of encouragement. Again, I say thank you. There's no encouragement needed. Please don't think I feel some type of way, because I really, really don't. I am perfectly fine.
Oh my God, you see that?
Huh?
You see that?
What?
Jess. Hey, girl, how you doing?
Hey, just I'm like, all right. Oh, you're welcome, Jess. Oh, okay.
Holidays to you.
Hey, Jess, how are you? And you're perfectly welcome. And thank you guys for all that you do. I know a lot of times, you guys are busy and doing other stuff, but I do appreciate that you guys are sniping from the clouds or sniping from anybody else's chat.
Have some serious headshots.
From anybody else's chat. When you see something that ain't right, because when I look at that block list be like, oh, when that person get blocked.
What did they do?
Right, what did they do? So I appreciate you guys for what you do. As we close on this year and embark on another one, again, my prayer is that we all evolve and grow into our better selves. It's really funny that since this whole ordeal, now I'm no longer educated and all this other kind of stupid bullshit that I'm like, oh okay, that I'm not even going to entertain. That's why it got deleted. No other reason. We need to be do better, people. Like, granted, we all ain't gonna be 100% all the time, but this shit that we do, again, because if you can dish it, you can take it, and you should be able to. And
Yeah, I thought there weren't any rules.
yeah, right, right. So it's just, and then then all of a sudden there's protocol when you feel some type of way. Okay. Um. So
Violin music.
I really don't understand it. But anyway, I hope.
Where's Sally Struthers? I thought she was supposed to come out, save all the children. And shit.
You thought she was gonna come out? No, no. But as far as New Year's, I don't plan to do anything. I will be here.
Oh no, it's too dangerous.
Yeah, it's too
To
much.
worry about
going
people
on.
breathing on me, shooting me, and everything
Too
else.
much going on. No,
What's
thank
going
you.
on up in New York? New York, they done lost their damn mind. All these subway attacks.
What else is What else is going on? Everything
Shit.
is going on. The numbers are climbing. Everything's going on and going haywire. It's really not.
With the violin. That's right. Feed the children.
Feed the
And
children.
we'll see. And that's what he was doing. He was feeding all the children.
Yeah, I guess. But like I said, thank you. Kron needs to step out the New Year's Eve plans. Yeah, everybody, all the New Year's Eve plans seem to have gotten derailed, but that's okay. You can make it, your best by just hanging out and doing your own thing. Excuse me. And the sniffles and stuff. What
You
else?
got the Omarion, do you?
No, I don't have the Omarion.
You was up there near West Virginia. They got all kinds of shit going on up there.
I know. It was that mountain air that was really
Yeah, I'm sure it was mountain air.
chill. Goodness gracious alive. Shows. I did watch who? Oh, Patty Duke, your birthday's tomorrow.
Birthday?
Oh, happy
birthday, Patty.
Yes, can we put some happy birthday cakes and things in the chat for Patty Duke, please? She is a great member of the family here at Cap Hill, and we definitely want to wish her a very happy birthday. So if you can, those of you in the chat, just shout out Miss Patty Duke with a happy birthday. Thank you. Yeah, but this epidemic got everything canceled and possibly, more than likely, about to go into another shutdown. So with that, know that we've made it and the fight ain't over. But
keep doing what you're doing.
Keep doing what you're doing. Stay strong. Be safe, and you'll make it through. You'll make it through. It's just a moment. You're right. It's just a moment.
Keep using your common sense. Don't pay them for
too
much. Do what you're supposed to do.
It is just a moment, right? As long as you do what you got to do, you ain't got to worry about nobody else. Yeah. So there's this show called Wheel of Time on Amazon. Good show. I just watched all 8
oh
episodes.
My God.
Now, if you're into the whole sci-fi, witchery, warlock kind of thing, then you'll like it. Like not Harry Potter. Well, mystical magic, kind of fighting, all that kind of stuff. Like Lord of the Rings ishness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not Game of Thrones ish, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That too. Very much Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings type.
I had to check it out. I kept looking at it and I was like,
Yeah, definitely go watch. I liked it. Is it good? It is good. I liked it, Pink. I really did. I liked it. I have to watch The Matrix. Like I started watching it, but I didn't watch it. So I'm gonna watch it over from the beginning, and then I'll come back and let you know what I thought about that.
Tanari, make it on the day that you're awake. It's just
Oh, the Wheel of Time. The Wheel of Time is the book. Okay, I didn't know that. I figured it probably was, but yeah, check it out. It's definitely good.
Have you seen? Has anybody seen Swan Song with
What's that?
Swan Song with God? I can't remember the black.
Oh yeah,
Ursula.
I did see that. Yeah, I
Okay,
did see that. Now, my thoughts on that. Yeah, have you seen it?
I'm in the middle of it,
Okay, well then I won't. Okay, so
but you
for
can
the
tell. You can tell
people,
what it is. I
no,
don't.
but for
Can't
the
tell.
people, it is basically a story about a man who has a family, a wife and kids, but he is terminally ill, right? And he doesn't want to um, leave his wife because losing family members close to her, losing family members close to her affects her.
Mhm.
She has a twin. She lost her twin brother. Her twin brother was killed. I think he ran off a cliff or something crazy happened, and he died. And she was very distraught. Like she lost herself. She was literally depressed for a long time, and she finally came out of that. So when he realized he was sick, for a while, I think he just ignored it, and then it became to a point where he couldn't no longer ignore it. There's a company that will clone you, and therefore you can then recreate yourself. The person, the clone, will then take your place, and then you will be able to live out your last moments at the facility.
Mhm.
And the people in your life will never know
Never know the difference.
the difference that you are not you. They
Did they ever say what he actually
diagnosed
had?
with? No,
Uh-huh.
no.
Because I was thinking if he had a clone, why couldn't they just
Well,
transplant?
that was my thought too. My thought was the clone going to develop, if it was anything that was
Well, no,
genetically
but
whatever,
I did get to that point, to that part. Whatever his ailment was, they were able to go in and
to
remove it
remove it from his
genetically.
genetic. Okay,
Hmm.
that was I missed that part then, because that was my wonder. I was like, well, if they took it from if the clone was from his genes directly, then hopefully they took out the gene that caused his sickness. Because if not, then he will be sick too, and it would be pointless.
Hmm.
But yeah. So so what happens if you don't die? Uh, well, you stay there. You can't go back to your family. So you would have to stay there until
To your actual
so
demise,
you
and
actually
usually I'm sure that you would, if you were terminally ill
yeah.
at that point, that something definitely was going to happen.
Yeah. So, right, they don't, right. So the clone really doesn't, what they do is they download all of your memories, feelings, and thoughts of the moments that you had in your life to the clone. And then the clone will then develop its own kind of memories and stuff from new stuff. But he will also, or she will also remember the old stuff because it's been downloaded from you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It will definitely have all your memories.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now,
Yeah.
now you know they do cloning,
Yeah.
but the thing is, I always wondered.
Mm.
Okay, now you know they probably harvest organs and things like that.
Right. Yeah.
Now, I always wondered, does the clone have a soul?
Ah, good question.
Is the clone, now? For me, I would think of the clone as a separate person, but like more of a offspring, even though genetically it is still
Yeah.
your duplicate. You're actually a duplicate,
Right.
but I would
Right.
still think of it as a totally separate person, but just in those
Yeah. And
parameters.
I mean, that's the way I thought of it. I thought of it as being a total different person, but like you said, like an offspring of that person.
Mhm.
The only thing where I kind of thought a little more on the robotic level is because of the connections that they had, the controllers
When they
had
manipulated the
with
memory
the
and everything else.
yeah.
Okay.
had with the clone, at least until, well, I don't even know if they disconnected completely. That part I don't know. If
You
they
know what,
disconnect.
TC? We have to figure out, and I guess each person would have to figure out what is your actual definition of a soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is your soul what you would what you may call your personality, what makes you you?
Right. Because but then in that case though, the little nuances that other people see in you that they find, I'm guessing those things are still transmitted to the clone. Maybe not everything, but
Because some things are from learned experience,
right.
let alone from just like from siblings. You know, there are certain things that only you three do.
Right.
Nobody else does them.
TC, to answer your question, does the clone feel it? I don't know. I think a part of it, because there was there was a particular scene where I think the clone had a breakdown. There was like a malfunction in the clone. I don't know this part. I don't know if it was a dream, or if the actual person was dreaming it, or if it really happened. But there was like this glitch, and homeboy was like, "I'm not having it. I got to go check on my family." So he snuck out of the facility, got to the house, and tiptoed through the house and kind of went back to his office. The clone found him. They talked. They switched clothes, and then he went to go talk to his son to get right back with him. And he laid in the bed with his wife a little bit to kind of get that back. And then he got back in the car to go back to the facility. But before he did, him and the clone sat in the car, and the clone was like, "Thank you." And he was like, "You're welcome." So in that, I really just think the outer part and the memories, of course, because you want the other people to believe that it is actually that person, but everything else is different. It's different. So I don't know, but it was interesting. It's an interesting movie. Definitely something cool to check out.
Tell you one thing, that would have been one hell of a threesome.
It was crazy. It was crazy. I was like, well, what if she comes downstairs or comes into the office and
You
sees
think
the
she
both
was
of you
fucked up
sitting there?
before?
Right.
See
And
some
sees the
shit
both
like,
of you sitting
you
there.
see some stuff like that. Oh my god.
But I was really amazed at how he was able to keep his sickness from his wife. I mean, he was like sick. Like there was times where he like
falling out and all
passed
that stuff.
out.
I see. Oh no, I was saying he was falling out and everything.
Yeah, he would fall out. He'd be in the bathroom and about to go into the bedroom and like collapse on the floor, and would just have enough strength to close the door so she wouldn't see him laying there on the floor and be passed out.
Yeah.
And to be like, "Oh, you kept this from your wife this long? How do you do that?" I thought his thought process behind it was a bit selfish. I did. I thought that he could have let her know, "Hey, this is what's happening," and kind of prepare that way. But I understood his side too a little bit, that he didn't want his wife or his son to go through that.
All of that, yeah. This D-Town is called Swan Song.
Yeah, Swan Song is what it's called.
Yeah, Patty. Wow. You know what? Yeah, that'd have been one hell of a threesome.
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
I don't even know.
No, it'd be like, hey.
It would. Dude, it was just
she was high and seeing doubles.
It was an interesting movie. It was a very interesting movie. Would you do it if you had the and then the person gets to watch the clone for a while? So you get to watch your family, and I think part of it, a lot of jealousy was setting in too as he was watching.
Well, yeah, because there are things that he will never
Never see.
experience because he had a baby on the way also.
Yeah, a baby on the way.
Mm-hmm. You say just too many people,
Right?
Yeah. Because I would be like, it's just too many smells. I can't do all that.
Yeah, it's a lot. Just a lot, really a lot. But it was an interesting movie, like I said. So definitely something to definitely check out. Well, let me know what you think if you like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it.
I'll definitely I'll finish that probably tomorrow evening.
When you finish it, you're gonna be like, really? Okay. Then I'll be waiting for your what you call it. In the Dark. Is that the one with the blind girl?
Yeah.
In the Dark or the Dark? Okay. Yeah, that one's good.
That's the one that's on Netflix, right?
The lady in there. But yeah, you too. You got me watching that. You started me watching that. In the Dark. It's good. I watched all the seasons. I even had my friend watching it. Clearly, we all was watching it, but it's good. In the Dark is good. She has sex a lot though, a little too much for me. She has a lot of sex.
Oh, for a blind girl.
For a blonde girl. But that's what I'm saying. They think people with, and that's the good segue to, you think that people that have ailments or handicaps or disabilities don't have sex?
Life goes on.
We do. Like, people do have sex. So it's not that weird. Some people really don't care, and they really like the person for the inner person of who they are, and they're not too concerned about what they look like on the outside. Now, it's a double plus when you look good on the outside and you just happen to have something going on with you on the inside. But yeah, I mean, I don't know where you get that from. That's weird. Waiting for the Umbrella Academy to come back. Yeah, me too. That's another show I watch. I don't know. I haven't really got into that show that I don't know if it's a show or a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. Haven't gotten into it yet. Doll Maker. I don't know what that is. Exactly. Ray Charles was getting it in. He was checking arms.
He was doing arms. That's why.
Right. He was checking arms though. So if your wrist was a little chunky, honey, he wasn't.
That he was getting high.
He wasn't doing that.
Every leg look good when you're hungry.
Right. Representation of people sexual. You think so? I don't know. I haven't really seen too many, but yeah, she's really crazy. Like she'll have sex with anybody. You talk to her long enough, it'd be like, oh, you're handsome. You know what I'm saying? It's like, girl, there's stuff out here. There is
because she figured she didn't see it.
No, I mean she done it in the woods one time, and I was like, girl,
oh wow, now you blind, you get lost in the woods. He leave and ditch your ass in the woods. You be still wandering around there 2 weeks later. They've been to found your carcass.
Like, did you what? Yeah, Skeleton Key was a good movie. I did like that. Yeah, Skeleton Key was a good movie. Yeah, I mean, or just good enough for sex. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Skeleton Key.
Shit, because it still happens. God damn it. I said, because it still happens.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she was risking it all. She really was. All to find out who kills her friend. Interesting enough. So, yeah.
The immortal words of Cat Williams, we still fucking.
Right. Right. And don't be mad because don't nobody want to fuck you. I think that's the problem.
Having sex for any reason in the woods. In the snow. We ain't doing no snow. once it get cold, that motherfucker climb up underneath your damn kidney.
That's
definitely get significant shrinkage.
Right. Stevie Wonder had kids. You know? I mean,
he found it every time.
Right. Right.
He sure did.
He lost that hair, but he fell.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
lost
now,
that
you know
hair.
what? Speaking of his hair,
Let it go. Let it go.
you know what? His people should be slapped
Slapped.
real hard.
Slapped.
Let me tell you something. When my hairline began to recede like water hitting the shore, I knew that it was time to let my locks go.
Okay.
hmm Just
Mm-mm.
let it go.
Yeah, that's
Thank
crazy.
God I knew my head wasn't too lumpy. And I thank my mother for that. You know, they shape your head when you're a
Yeah.
baby. That's right. Cause some of these little boys got little titty heads. It's like, girl, you ain't shaping that boy head. What are
Lumps
you
and
doing?
bumps. Lumps and bumps.
Or laying them on one side all the time. That baby got his back, his head is all flat. You got to rotate that. You're gonna grow up, be all flat. That or have that little meatloaf that all you had to do was stick like 2 little eyes on the back
But
and you
you
have like
think
another
Stephen
face.
Hawking said sexy, you know, everybody was getting it. I just
Yeah.
don't understand people. They look like come on, grow
Mhm.
up. And yeah, that part's silly. Y'all dumb. Not no way. Didn't want to say that. Well, somebody said it. Oh, look who it is. Steve Austin. Gee, how are you, sir? But yeah, that's definitely an interesting way to look at it. But yeah, In the Dark is definitely a good show to check out. And yeah, that's all I got. I don't think I haven't watched the last episode actually for the final season of Insecure. So I will check that out probably after this, maybe. I mean, the season's been like but you know,
Yeah, that's what I kept hearing.
I ain't really too much nothing to be like, oh my gosh, season was so great. It's been So I don't know. I would have liked them to go into other characters more, like Kelly's character, to see how she became how she is. But they haven't done that. They just kind of kept it surface level, dealing more with Issa's character and Molly a little bit. So it is what it is. But the first couple of seasons were definitely something to check out. So if you haven't seen Insecure at all, the first 1, 2, 3, 4 a little bit, but 1, 2, 3 definitely a good watch. Definitely.
Yeah, I wish these shows get back to a normal schedule.
The what?
I said I wish these shows would get back to a normal schedule.
Yeah,
because it's like they skip a year or skip 2 years, and then it's like season 3. Yeah, it's like Atlanta. They're supposed to have their 3rd season this
Were
year.
they coming back?
Yeah,
I didn't know if they were coming back or not. Because they were supposed to come back like before COVID, I thought.
Yeah, but you know, that whole thing knocked everybody out.
Yeah,
I hate seeing shows with like the last season of Lost in Space. The damn boy is a damn near teenager now. He was a kid at first. He's like about 6 feet tall now.
See, I haven't even watched.
Up.
I haven't even watched it. I started watching it, and then I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, he really shot up. That was like, boy, it's a big difference. I didn't think they were going to actually come back.
Yeah.
That with a lot of the shows that you could just see how they just pieced everything together. They just I guess took whatever they had,
right,
and just slapped it all together. Because I saw that Resident Evil, I was like, it had potential, but it was like you could just see how it wasn't edited well.
Right.
And they talk about making another one. It's like no, don't do anymore.
You said the new Lost in Space is kind of fire. Really, I really haven't gotten into it. I'm the type of person I got to watch it from the first season, so that's what I've been doing. And I'm kind of like, can I just fast forward? And I mean, they do the recap.
I like the first. I didn't like the 3rd season. Maybe because of that jump, but
I was about to say they do a recap of the whole thing before it starts, so you get like a refresher.
So you just want to see the cliff notes, okay?
Yeah, I just think because right now, starting from the beginning, I'm like, okay, Okay, I just be lost. Um,
Yeah, the first Resident Evil was the best.
Happy
All
Days.
those other ones with the woman and all the rest of that, whatever her name is.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah, and the robot
Is
doesn't even
that
have any
so?
personality in this one, really.
Mm.
The only thing I did like is that they made Dr. Smith a woman this time.
Okay, well, see, I've never watched the original show, so I don't
Hmm.
all the.
Oh
So,
yeah, Zachary Smith was an original queen.
oh yeah,
All the way
Witcher.
down.
I watched that. Yeah, I just finished
All the
that
way
too.
down. It's like this motherfucker scream more than.
The Witcher, that was good. You
Mhm.
definitely check that out too. That was good. I like that. It's somewhat on the same wavelength as um, the Wheel of Time. So definitely check that out. Hey,
Hey,
Pastor
Pastor
Nate,
Nate,
how are you? Thanks for stopping in, hanging out. But yeah,
how have you been,
the
man? I know you've been.
new season is
He's been
up.
busy.
Yes, very busy with your little morning nuggets.
Mm. Oh,
You
and
got
they definitely were needed these
right.
past 4 weeks.
Right. So
Oh man.
definitely in the morning, if you aren't subscribed and following the Smart Show with Pastor Nate, definitely do so. He always has these morning nuggets that are always informative and great for you to get your day started. So definitely check out the Smart Show with Pastor Nate. All right, you may get a little song one morning. You may get a little, little Bible scripture and a little sermon to get you on your way, which are always good,
Well, at least one good thing, there is enough material to last you weeks.
Right. That part is true. Resident Evil. First. Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
that part is true. I agree with that. Yeah, I love fantasy movies and books too.
Yeah. Hey,
Although I
Candy
didn't
Cane.
get into Harry Potter. Hey, Candy Cane, what's up?
Oh no, I,
I didn't get into Harry Potter
Harry
the
Potter. No.
books at first.
Mm-mm. It was hard for me to get into the movies.
It was easier for me to get into the movies than it was the books.
Mm.
Oh, no need to thank me, sir. It is definitely very much true. So you guys make sure you go out and check out
Yes,
past.
he's a real one.
Yeah. Yes, he definitely is.
I was biting my tongue real hard, right? Because I wanted to say more. But
Yes,
yes,
it's
he's a
okay.
real one.
Yes.
Because
It's
he
okay.
carries himself as such.
Right. Unlike some others.
No, stop.
I'm not. I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing. Yeah. But that's about it. So in closing, because I'm about to go, because I need to take my medicine. I'm trying to make sure I keep all this down
Hmm.
and nothing to progress.
What you got the snot? What you got the snots?
Yes. Well, not the snot, just the snuffles.
Just so, mm.
Yeah. He said, "Stop, Cap. Let it be." I didn't even do nothing. Don't even. I didn't
No,
even do nothing. There we
I
go
I
already.
started that one because I'm a bad influence, correct?
Oh God! Don't even start that mess. I think first of all, I'm grown, and at the end of the day, it's my channel. So therefore,
That's
trust.
right.
Don't
What did
nothing
I
get
tell you? This is his. Excuse me, Pastor Nate.
shit.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
his
my
shit.
shit. Right? Don't nothing get approved unless I approve it. And so whatever is said, trust me, it's my words. I said it. I do consult basically sometimes just to be like, give you a heads up. So you're not sitting there like, whoa, I didn't know you was
Oh
feeling
no,
that
I'll
type
just
of
not
way.
say anything.
But at the end of the day, it is, I said what I said and that's it. So no, nobody is influenced here. It is what it is. Then that's just it. That ain't gonna change. No matter who says whatever they say, that ain't
He
changing.
said it was her fault.
Whose fault? Who's her?
Miss D.
Oh,
Back up top.
no, it wasn't nobody's fault. Nobody's fault. Never feel some type of way for speaking your mind. Never do that.
And the truth.
And the truth for the most part. you know, truth hurts, but it is what it is. But yeah. On that note, guys, I am going to call it a night. Sitting here stuck the wheel in time. Yeah, I was stuck. I'm telling you, Babs, I was stuck. I was like, I started watching. I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And
Oh Lord, now I had to
by the
watch
time I
something
turned
else.
around, it was the 8th episode, and the whole damn thing was done. I was sitting there like, when they coming back? This is why this
What
whole
is that? Is that the first season?
yeah, this is just the
Oh,
first
okay.
season. This is the first season. So this is why all this is bad. So I try not to. I prefer shows because I know Netflix. I noticed Netflix is doing this a lot, where they're making some of their TV shows
Mhm.
once a week. It'll come on like the
Yeah, yeah.
competition shows and all that kind of stuff. So that kind of like gives me a break to be like, okay, I'll come back to it. But like
No,
if
I
I
used to
can,
like when they dropped the whole thing at one
right?
time.
That's what I'm saying. If I can watch the whole thing at one time, I'm binging. I'm binging like crazy. So uh I've been binging a little bit. So it's been on. I'll be at work and just be like, oh, that's crazy. Driving
Hmm.
and it plays in the speaker. Um but yeah, it's crazy. I
No.
agree. Hope you all holiday. Happy Kwanzaa. Yes, happy Kwanzaa religion.
Hmm.
Happy Kwanzaa religion. Kwanzaa's
Let's see.
a fake religion. Like, really?
Simple, not all white people.
Yeah.
Simple white folk.
Yes. 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 Um,
Real simple. Yes,
Lord
and
of the Rings. Come
moisturize
on.
because it is cold and dry.
Yeah, please moisturize. It's cold and dry out there.
Mhm.
Um, Lord of the Rings. Really? They doing another one? What they
Lord of
gonna
the
do
Rings.
now?
Yeah, I
The
think I did hear
people?
something about it.
Are
But
they
you know
gonna
what?
go?
They'll a lot of times they'll toss it out there, and you might hear a few little things about it, and then nothing ever appears.
So, what they gonna do? Like the earlier life of some of the characters?
I don't know.
I'm thinking maybe like um the reason why dude left the kingdom in the first place and didn't want to be king no more and decided to be a renegade.
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, that's what I think of when
Or
they,
what? Do a prequel before?
yeah, like before they all became who we known them to be in the series.
Hmm.
This is what happened early on.
You
This is the
should have
part of the
because
stuff that you
you
don't
had
know.
to have new characters because half of them are gone.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep. Yes. Moisturize, please. The word of the day. Moisturize. There's a lot of dry
Co-
mofos going around here.
coconut oil.
Yes, use the coconut oil. And thank you so much, everybody, for making that, a
Did you get any
thing.
coconut oil?
I haven't checked my box yet.
Oh, you have. Well,
No
you better.
pun
You
intended.
better. Well, I hope your box isn't dry, and I hope you and I hope you check it.
Definitely no pun intended. I check the box all the time. But no. But no.
Woo.
I have not checked the box yet. Please don't make me laugh. Is that but yes. Shout out to everybody for that. And I don't take it serious. It is really just all in fun. And for those of you who had access and actually seen it for yourselves or seen all of it, congratulations, good for you. And I hope it brought great joy to your lives.
Heard some people wishing for that thing underneath their Christmas tree.
But it's funny. But yeah, that's
And
crazy.
still talking about it.
Yeah, I don't know what that's
Damn.
about.
Well, I guess it must be very impressive, sir.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess some people say I utilize it. I trick people and utilize it.
Mhm.
And I'm like, how? How do you do that?
Yeah. How did they go? What's that?
Right? How do you do that?
Very Dickmas.
Very ridiculous.
Hey, Melissa. Yes, I've added Dickmas and Dykemas for the girls, and and Mary Beefmas.
Right. Wait, what? Pass away a free pass. Yeah, it's just crazy. Crazy how people try to shame people with stuff. It's just ridiculous. But thank you guys, because what one meant to evil, it'll turn out for your good. So I
No, you
thank
just better
all.
be lucky. You just gotta be lucky you have a hammer of Thor.
Right.
Because
I mean
if you
that too.
didn't,
Right.
they'd have punked you
Exactly.
down. They'd have punked you down.
But that's the thing. That's why you can't really talk about it. Like you can't really say nothing too much about it. It's like, what you gonna say? It's greasy. Okay, it should be, shouldn't it?
Hey, Baps, we say dick over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's been a
So
lot of things going on with a whole lot of ding-a-lings
yeah, I mean, come on, like
over
get over
here.
it. What's the secret?
Uh-huh.
I'll put it in the community wall for you guys. But it is locked. So don't think that everybody's gonna get that already. But anyway.
You better put a Cash App or something to it.
Yeah, right. I'm thinking about putting it on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans?
Give me $5.
Well, head on over there and be a neighbor.
Huh?
Going over to Pornhub and be a neighbor to your other friend.
Oh no, thank you. Which one? Dusty?
Licking and lapping and lapping.
Oh, look at lipping
Licking
and
lapping
and
Is it? No, the funny part was why you kept turning back. He was hitting it, and you kept turning back. You didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Like,
he said you kept turning back.
Shut up.
You already know what he's doing. What you turning back looking at him for?
You kept looking back. I had to put in his comments. I wanted to thank him for telling all the church moms how to actually access Pornhub,
right?
Their way around there, because I can see them old ladies coming back and asking him, "How do you
step tutorial?" I mean, he was like, "You go here, you click gay, and then when you click down here, and then you put in name."
And he kept going back, and then he did it 5 times. 5 times. He made sure
you found it. Okay.
And if you don't understand, just run it back. Just play back, babies.
Just play it back.
I was like, boy, this shit is so early in the morning. I can't get what I need to do done.
But it was funny. It was funny. It was amusing, to say the least. But I did like his thorough guidance to where to where to find set material.
Where to find step-by-step instructions.
I mean, although personally I saw it early on, and I was like,
you got no Google Maps using that one.
Was not impressed. You said I've been holding out on y'all. No, I haven't been holding out. It's been there. Diamond Girl, if you've came to any of the nightcaps, you would have known. We talk about it all the time. Well, not it, but it's talked
hit the subscribe button. So
yeah. And that's the thing, guys. I don't, as Brother Nate says, I don't pimp myself because it's not a thing for me. I don't really like to do that, but that's what the channel is. I mean, granted, we talk about real issues here, and sometimes I have to address some issues dealing with YouTube, which I don't mind doing, and then we go back to business as usual. But the nightcap is different. It's more adult, and we talk about adult things and situations, and people come on and we have real discussions about sex lives, about adult lives, marriage, and other things, and play games and all types of stuff. So, I get it. Some of you are surprised and a bit, I didn't think you gotta be kind of, don't be so one-dimensional. You gotta have different aspects of yourself. So,
Lynn T, did you have fantasies of Nick Cannon dancing in your head?
I know you was joking. I know you was joking. It's all right. But yeah. And Nate is still waiting on that skeet rag. So get to it.
Yeah, I know that the ships are backed up in the port.
Yeah. And what'd you say? Nightcap is good. about the he politics. So
Yeah,
you
you know
said-
why it's good? Because we don't take ourselves seriously.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it's just normal conversation,
Right.
and you can ask any questions. Somebody will
Right.
answer it if they know.
Right. Correct. Because again, we learn together and we grow together as we learn.
Mm-hmm.
So never feel
So
like, and even
no
this,
question is
right?
a
No
stupid
question is a
question.
dumb question. The only dumb question is a question not asked. And that goes with anything. Send your questions and I will answer them with my thoughts and views.
Yeah. How's Antonio doing?
He is good. He is
Very good.
very good. Actually, I just spoke to him the other day. He is well. Yeah, Edith is well.
Yeah.
But we'll get back into it, and we'll be back to it before you know it.
You say wait for it, Lindsay. Yeah, I know. That goddamn mail. It may never come. They've been
Yeah,
stolen.
right. Oh,
Been
you
dry ride it.
Right. It's crazy. Is the beef over? What? I was never in a beef personally. I was never in a beef, but for now, I'm all right. I'm gonna go on as business as usual. That's all I'm gonna say, and be about my business. So,
But I'll tell you one thing. I heard Goddess. Did you hear hers? Her response?
yeah.
All I want to know is what was she smoking and where can I get some? Because that shit was just flowing for 3 hours. I was like, God damn. I was like, wait a minute, I have to catch some of this tomorrow.
Yes, her response was crazy. I enjoyed it.
I was like, wow, what is that shit? What is that shit called?
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Can I order it?
Right, I enjoyed it thoroughly. So definitely go check out Goddess TV. Her response to being mentioned in that person's dusting. But yeah.
It was almost like, what is that movie called with the Avengers? The last one, with the glove.
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about. The one with the little, they got to find the little ruby things that went into the glove. Yeah.
That's what this kind of reminded me of.
Yeah.
Because motherfuckers was coming out everywhere I look. Somebody was saying something that I did not expect them to say.
Right, yeah.
Like, wow. Okay. What you saying?
So what you're saying is you're going to do it members only.
The ending. Thank you, Ron P. The end game. I was like, God damn, these motherfuckers was everywhere.
Am I? No, I don't think I'm going to do that. Now, I have been thinking about, because YouTube gets too much money off me anyway, for nothing. Thinking about maybe doing a different venue and having it there, but I don't know. Still working out the kinks and figuring out if it's a good move.
Well, I believe everybody should be thinking about that anyway. There may come a point where you're going to have to jump. Because, this is not going to last forever.
Yeah, no, it's not. You need
or they're going to be so restrictive in what they do. And I guess if they go to Patreon or maybe some other platform, will open up.
Right. Yeah.
But this is definitely, I mean, because you see how much control that they have. You know, they snatch your channel down in a heartbeat. Right.
That part is true.
And if you don't have something backed up, all your content is gone. And a third party, a third party shouldn't have that much. A nigga Patreon page.
Yes.
Maybe lose my train of thought. Yeah, but you just don't want to play those types of games. You put too much into it.
Right.
To have somebody else control your content and block you out of your content.
Right. That part. Yeah.
Yeah. Because even though if it is on their platform, they should not have sole right to it.
Right. Yeah. Right. That part is true.
If you're a content creator, be on the lookout.
Yeah.
So you can make it jump. Yeah,
you gotta have another venue to kind of have on the back end just in case for a moment where you're not, what you're putting out is not really going out to the people. So you got to find another way.
Mm-hmm.
So looking into that as well.
Yeah. Plus, they stifle you because they keep you in the box, keep you
Right.
contained in a certain area. Your work's not getting out to the masses.
Right. Right. Very true.
So,
I mean, he would. I wish he would do one because, and not for a thing. I got my own, so I don't need to look at yours. But I wish he would do one. Therefore, he can then profit off of the same stuff.
yeah, because he would definitely make some money off of it. And you know what? And as fast as
because you can promote
when they snatch a channel and he gets another one back up and running.
Right. And if you can do that and you can promote it from this venue and then actually do it on the other, why not? I've always told him to do it, but hopefully.
Yeah, you might as well. I mean, shit, you shouldn't have hit showing it for free.
Showing it for free and getting your channel struck, you might as well.
Mm-hmm. Go over there and make a coin off of it.
Yep.
Be a good little part-time job.
Right. Right.
It'll keep you in 40s and cigarettes.
Lord have mercy. But anyway, hey, Leo's Lioness Queen, how are you? Thanks for popping in. Always appreciate you. And thank you for sharing out the material. Definitely. And to all of you who shared out the material earlier, thank you so much. I know Brian shared out my video earlier, so he's probably listening while he's working out, getting the workout on. And in Q's world, thank you so much for sharing out the material. And everybody else, thank you for sharing. Please thumbs up the video. Of course, this helps with all of that extra stuff. And to all the new faces and viewers, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please subscribe. We have more material on the way. Of course, every Tuesday, not this Tuesday coming, because of course we're going to definitely be taking a break, a little breather for the new year. So, Brother Nate, you're okay. But the following Tuesday after, we'll probably get back on it. Yeah, I am a little bit. It was a lot of karaoke.
They were probably up there acting a fool.
Huh?
I said all that noise I heard in the background. You were acting a fool.
Roller coastering. It was craziness. A lot was going on, and yeah, it was bad. I didn't even have no scarf, hat, nothing. But the weather wasn't bad. But I think that's what got me. It was like it wasn't really that bad, and then I was still out in the elements, not like all bundled up.
And close to West Virginia, that air.
Whatever. that air was something else. Thank you so much, Peps. I appreciate that. Yeah, but I am kind of hoarse, so that's why I'm trying to keep it under wraps. I didn't speak too much at all yesterday, and Tanari, I know you were on the other app that she had introduced me to, and somebody had invited me to speak, and I was just like, I can't right now. I'm trying to conserve my voice till Tuesday.
Well, you better make yourself a hot toddy, boy.
Oh yeah, I'm
at least get a buzz while you're feeling bad.
I'm about to do that right now and just gig up on my herbal stuff and be good and be quiet for a while. So it'll be a lot of texting going on and not too much talking. Yeah, but it's my fault because I was eating stuff that I shouldn't eat, because normally I don't do dairy products, especially in the wintertime, because it creates a lot of mucus and all that, but the food was so good. And I was just like, I'm gonna pay for it. Yeah.
Oh, you ate meat?
No, just chicken, but like turkey, dairy products and stuff. So they had macaroni and cheese and all this other kind of stuff, and I was just like, I gotta have it. So I should.
Yeah, but you know what? You always pay for that shit, don't I know it? That's why I've been drinking water.
That's why. Yeah, I did.
It's like, God damn, it's calling me.
And the nonstop drinking didn't help either. It was like, wake up, okay, it was like, I can't.
Well, you gotta do it every now and then.
We do not have bushes here. This is a balcony. We don't do bushes. Okay? Bushes are for other people, not for us. We don't live in a bush.
And you're saying gifted and anointed comes down. You had to step on no bushes.
Right. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, I'll take care of this and be back to normal. But again, I hope everybody has a great New Year's. This has been a bit of a ride this year. Not only has it made 2 years for me being a content creator, but the numbers are growing and we seem to grow. Granted, it always unfortunately seems to happen when I have to kind of not back down from a person, thing, or situation, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
You said that wrong. You said that shit all wrong.
I'm sorry. How should I have said it, sir?
I have to come up here and act a fucking fool.
Yeah. So when I
got some dumb shit.
Yeah. When I gotta come out,
we stay tucked in our corner.
We
We don't fuck with nobody. We
minding
stay
our
over
business.
here. This is what we do. We talk politics, wellness, and fucking sometimes. And people come and they just bring a whole bunch of dumb shit with them.
Mm.
Am I correct?
Well, that part is true.
Oh, okay.
But in translation, yeah.
Okay.
For the most part.
Please go ahead, Chinua.
Yeah, for the most part, we don't bother nobody. And of course, at all the times, it is okay to find something funny and laugh. I swear I hate people that be like, oh, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Child, if it's funny, it's funny. Get out your feelings.
Yeah, we try not to take anything
too
serious because of what we deal with in our discussion.
On a daily basis. If you're actually looking at the news or looking at really what's going on, like this is in a form of an adult video game. You know what I'm saying? Like in the high scheme of things, this is an entertainment apparatus. But people are dying outside of this. There are a lot of things going on. People are losing things left and right outside of this bubble that we like so comfortably like to sit up under and think everything's okay. Cut the shit. So get the fuck out your feelings. It's not that serious.
Yeah, like Ron P says, drama sells, but when everybody's doing drama and nobody's doing any serious discussions, things get lost.
Right.
There's certain things that we need as a people, we need to discuss. I mean, we have a platform here. You can talk to anybody all over the world. And we need to utilize what we have because we need to coordinate what's going on. Right. We need to let others know what's going on. This is what we're hearing from the outside, because all the news you're consuming from your, the perspective news that you only look at, there are things that you're missing
that you're not getting. Yeah, that you're not getting told about. So it's very true.
It's like last week when we were discussing the tests for
the home test.
That, the next day down here, they were passing out 500 tests per library.
Yep.
Nope. And I didn't know anything about it. Didn't hear anything about it. But they were gone within 5 minutes. So it was pretty much an inside thing. But they were giving out free tests.
Mm-hmm. And the people who worked inside these libraries went and told their people, and very much so how it happens, unfortunately.
So foolishness, not foolishness, but other light things. But how sometimes you have to discuss what's going on.
Yeah. Everything can't be so. Like, this is not what that's for. Like. It's anywhere. This is like, stop putting things in a box.
Yeah.
Because it's so much greater. Yeah.
Okay, sir. You pack it up. You're about ready to faint.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Oh,
because I feel it.
The lies you tell, as everybody else could see.
Ooh. They wish that's
all he got.
Again, even with that, like. What did you think you was doing with that? Where did you think you was going with that? Now that just turned a whole bunch of people into, ooh, let me see it. Ooh, oh my goodness.
You gotta find it. It's out there. But
But I'm just saying, like at that point in doing that, what did it do? What did it serve? What point did you like? You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you. That's all I can say is thank you, because all it did was.
But like I said, motherfucker, if it was little, they gonna ride your ass to hell on that one.
But the fact that it wasn't, then that would have been more the reason to keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. But, you know, some people have nothing to compare. You know,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that it wasn't like.
But the classic, I love the classic on a scale of 1 Rico. What is it?
Yeah, right.
Oh, fucking love that shit, because that was just so organic, and I was like, what? Let me read this shit again, and I was like, oh my god, I can't fucking breathe.
That's
yes,
crazy.
Lord.
I did miss that, but when I went back on the replay, I saw it. But yeah.
Oh, you actually watched the replay?
Yes, I did.
I watched it too.
Yeah, I watched it a few times just to see if I was like where it went. Like, okay, yeah, you're there. You hit that point.
Yeah, you kind of, I guess, like check yourself, make sure you said everything and got your point across.
Yeah.
Or when you listen to someone else's rebuttal, did you actually say that? Where did I say that? I can't find it.
Right. And not that I really listen to people's rebuttal that I don't respect, because I don't, but I do listen to people, people that I genuinely watch that they may not know that I watch.
Patty says she's not interested because she has her man using Duke's moisturizer.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Patty Duke. And granted, I appreciate it. And I likewise, I love you too.
And he will be needing some cocoa.
Yes. Coconut oil is very much welcome. And
virgin coconut oil.
Yes.
No preservatives.
Yes. No.
That shit spoils.
Yeah. So I don't know. But like the good book says, what one meant for evil, it works out for the good in the end. So I am very thankful for the new eyes, old eyes, and turnaround eyes to the channel and what's going on here. I ask that you guys continue to come and hang out with us. It's just some time where we can sit around and talk and really like go over some issues. And have fun doing it too, and I appreciate that from all of you. And that's it. That's really, 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 really all I have. No pun intended. So have a safe New Year's all.
Everyone take care.
Please be safe.
Please be safe.
Please
be safe.
Yeah, that's all I can really. My prayer is that you all please be safe.
Enjoy your New Year's.
Be well. Enjoy your New Year's. Stay moisturized. Keep your mask on. If you're debating on whether or not you're going to get the jab or the double jab, that's only a decision that you can make. And I hope that you make the best one that is for you. And that is my prayer for you all. And it's time to elevate. 2022, let's go. 22, we're moving on up like George and Wheezy. All right. And until next time, America, remember, I won't be here next Tuesday. So the Tuesday after next is when we're going to do.
I get to sleep in.
So you get to sleep in, sir. You get to sleep in. So enjoy.
Oh, no, because there'll probably be some bullshit. I'll come to visit.
Well, hopefully we all get to sleep in. And if I have to do an emergency session for my representatives to pop on in for a second, I may. But truly, I don't think so, because it's not worth my time. And my time is precious. So I'm going to keep my time to myself. I said what I said, and I meant what I said. And if you didn't catch it, you can always rewatch it and listen to it. But that's it on that note. And I'm still here, and I ain't going nowhere. All right.
All right. Turn the camera off. Good night, everybody. Take care.